All right, welcome everybody to our leadership retreat recap Zoom. My name's Amber Davis, and I had the privilege of being out in San Diego this past weekend with just a room full. It was 150 qualifiers. Paul and Jason were there. Cliff was there. Our social media team was there. Brock was there. Everybody that, loves Lavelle and is making Lavelle the company that it is, the executive team, they were all there. And so Susan was there as well as Starla and a whole bunch of people, but we really wanted to be able to get on here and share just our quick, this Zoom is going to be about 30 minutes. We just wanted to share the mindset that it took to get there, and then also what it was like being there, and then our biggest takeaways, because I know for me personally, I wish that every single person that is trying to build this business had been in that room, because I've been in this company now for 8.5 years. I have experienced every high and every low that you hope maybe haven't even ever experienced. And for me, like being in this company for 8.5 years, and like I said, I've experienced the highs, I've experienced the lows. It was so refreshing, and it was like exactly what I needed. And so for me, I was like, I wish every single person that has ever hit the promoter button and has ever tried to share Thrive with anyone, has ever tried to build a team, is currently building a team, is currently sharing. I wish that they could walk away with the same feeling that I was feeling. And so I was like, we got to do this Zoom. We got to do this Zoom, because I need everybody that maybe potentially feels the way that I do. I need them to hear what we experienced and what and like how we're feeling and what we're now going to do, like where this weekend kind of shifted us. And so hopefully you will, yes, has to be typed out Thrive. Yes, password has to type out Thrive.
I think only the first letter is capitalized.
Right, just the first letter is capitalized. So if anybody's texting you, asking you for the password, it's just capital T and then it's regular. All caps will not work. So it's not, is it on the flyers all caps? So I apologize.
It's okay.
Sometimes that font just
process of elimination, you can figure it out.
It tricks you. It tricks you. So if anybody's texting you wondering why they can't get in, please just let them know it's only the capital T. So, but we're gonna get started. This is gonna be short and sweet. Like I said, we'll have the recording for anyone that wants to possibly hear this. So I'm gonna kick us off, and then we're gonna have Susan and Starla join us. So for me, like I said, my name's Amber Davis. I've been in the company for 8.5 years. And I will be honest, when the qualifications came out that it was a leadership retreat and it wasn't a lifestyle getaway, like I was like, forget it. Like there's just these qualifications just seem impossible. And I really did. I counted myself out, and over the last just weekend, I really went back to when the qualifications were put out. And I know that there's so many of us that are probably counting ourselves out. Something comes out like this bonus, this rank advancement, this game, this whatever, and it's like automatically we just count ourselves out because of maybe circumstances of lack of momentum in our team. Maybe somebody's left, you have your own personal issues. There's so many reasons why we count ourselves out, and I legit just kind of counted myself out. And then somewhere along the way, when it started to look like it actually was achievable, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to do this. It's right here. I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to go get qualified for this thing. No, I had no intention of actually going. I just was like setting this goal for myself that I was just going to at least just do it. Like I was going to accomplish the goal. And then I did. And then I text Susan and let her know. I was like, okay, I did it. That was it. That was like all I wanted out of this, was just to accomplish this goal. But I'm not going to go. And she's like, girl, you better register right now and you better go. And so that whole journey of just qualifying for the retreat has really been sticking with me. And just going to the retreat and actually being there, I walked away with thinking, one, why did I count myself out? Two, I then pushed myself to hit the goal, and then I accomplished it, and then I still wasn't going to walk into what I had earned. And it was like, why was I holding myself back from being able to actually enjoy and setting a new goal, and it being okay that, 8.5 years in, like things are still challenging for me. Things are still, they still get my heart rate up. They still make me excited. And there's still a reason to go after things. And I really walked away from this weekend realizing, like, one, I am capable of so much more than I give myself credit for. So you person on this Zoom, you are capable of so much more, no matter where you are in this business, what your team looks like. If you're thriving for free, you've been here 8 years, you've been here 8 days, you've been here 8 hours, you are capable of more. And this company will set you up to push yourself and then also reward yourself. Like, it was so rewarding to actually say, you know what, I did it. And then I went through with it. And so I just want to encourage each and every one of you, whatever it is that you think is just out of your reach, that is, that's for somebody else. No, it is for you. It's for you. It is not for somebody else. It is for you. So that's my first takeaway. My second takeaway is just things that we're going to share, kind of like our being there in the moment. And one of the things that Jason and Paul really talked about was just maturity, and just really, I felt such like a peace and really calm about walking, like coming out of that weekend and just knowing, like, with maturity, like it's season, like maturity is like time, and we're all going to have different times. We're going to have different moments within this business. But the thing about maturity is that you're still standing, and you're still there, and you grow enough to realize that the things that worry everyone, or the things that make people panic, like maturity comes with realizing, like, you can panic and you can see the things that are shaky, but maturity is still standing. Even when the things around you are shaky, you're still standing. And so this company is celebrating 10 years. We're still standing. And don't get shaken by the rocky points. Just know that that's when you come out the other side, like there's a reason that you're here on the other side, and that you make it, and your business is still standing. You're still standing. You've continued to grow. And so that was like a really big takeaway for me. And then the last thing that I'm going to share before I turn it over to these amazing leaders that I got to spend time with is, what am I doing now? I realized a lot of times that I kind of got away from the basics of doing what I know worked in the beginning. And 8.5 years is a long time to be with the company. It's the longest job I've ever had. It's the most consistent paycheck I've ever gotten from one place. And so for me, what I'm going to do now is really get back to what I was the most excited about when I first started. Paul really, really, really made an emphasis on free accounts. And I've gotten away from doing free accounts. When I first started this business, I remember he would challenge me and be like, okay, Amber, you've got to go get 3 to 5 free accounts every day. And I would get in bed and I would think about that. And like before I went to bed, and if I didn't have like my 3 free accounts that day, I would get out of bed. I would get my phone, I would go sit on the couch, and I would set that goal for me every single day. And I've gotten away from those daily goals of just really the business markers. Like I do, my reach outs, I do the follow-ups, I ask people about this, but I don't necessarily always really focus on those free accounts. Like, yes, I do my reach outs. Yes, I post about Thrive. Yes, I feel like I'm growing my business and doing the things, but that is one element that I have not focused as much on. And so that's really where I'm going to restart my business, think about myself as zero free accounts, and making sure that every single person I come into contact with, whether it's through social media, it's in person, I am asking them for that free account. I went through security at the airport, and this girl asked me about, what is that, y'all? I wrote down my website and I gave it to her right then. And I was like, here's where you can go to find out more information. So I'm going to get back to every single day I am asking for that customer account, or, really being so focused on really pointing people to my website and having that intention of it really, like what it really takes to be about the business. So Susan, I'm going to pass it over to you. And then don't worry, y'all, I will keep monitoring this waiting room, and I will let everybody in.
Okay, so first and foremost, the qualifications came out. I was just like Amber. I was like, holy moly. I don't usually have trouble qualifying for a trip, but that thing was a lot of new orders, which the big realization about 3 months in is I realized that the top 4 levels in my company, me and my organization, the next 3 weren't working. It was an eye opener. It was devastating. It was, oh, this explains paychecks. It was an eye opener, but I focused on the people who I knew were working, and one of them qualified and one of them got to go with me. So we did it and we busted our tail. And just like Starla's going to tell you, she had already told Jason that these qualifications for this San Diego thing was harder than anything we'd ever done. I told him the same thing because Starla had kind of already cleared the air, and he was like, yeah, but you're here. You did it. Okay. Anyway, so it's like a slap in the face. The qualifications were tough, and it was one of those things that originally I wasn't even going to get to go because we were supposed to have a wedding. Sadly, the wedding got called off, but so then I was like, holy crap, now I got to get it. Now I got to go. And I'm so glad I did, because just sitting in that room was amazing. So there was a few things that really stood out to me. One, the app that all of you are going to be getting trained on, all of you will eventually have a link to, is we've been playing with it because we're beta testing it for them. And it's really cool, the things, and there'll be a whole training on that. I'm not going to spend time on that. We got like a 30-minute mass training and it was overwhelming, but it was like, oh, the possibilities. So it'll be one of those things that when you get it, you'll have to play with it to get used to it, but it'll be so good for your business and will really show you how much people are tuning into you. Cannot stress again. I had a little Zoom with Starla and a few others yesterday where Paul jumped on and he said, if I could tell you more than any time in this business, you better get 10 free accounts on Thursday. Okay. Got it. You better have 10 free non-ordering accounts in your back office. Y'all have been doing this for 8.5 years. I looked today, there's 950 free accounts in my back office for me. So not all of those have ordered. So there's a lot of possibilities. I cannot wait to see what they're talking about, why they're stressing this so much. But to see him so on fire about it, and then to hear him on the last night, the Fast Start call, and then to hear him on our Zoom yesterday, he's not kidding. Whatever you have to do to get 10 more free accounts today, just do it. I know that I sent a message to all of I've started sending a message to my paying customers and like, hey, I got 2 samples to send out to your friends. Who do you want them to go to? They're giving me the names. I'm like, great. I need their name, their email, and their address and their phone number. Pop it to me real fast. That's how I have 7 today already. So we're ready to go. Now I'm going to quickly go through the things so that app is great. Get your free accounts. Don't waver. Jason was amazing and definitely pumped a whole lot into everybody of, okay, we're hitting year 10. Here's our vision for year 20 and 30 and 40, which gives me a lot of peace. Yes, Jason has been offered to buy some other companies. And he was like, sorry, busy with my own, another health and wellness company. He's like, sorry, I'm busy with my own. I don't mind investing in other companies. Like he bought the distribution thing so we could cut that out. We're now doing all the travel stuff in-house so we could cut that out. So he's more about gathering all of Lavelle, like right here. We're in our happy little bubble and we're going to blow this industry up even more than we already have. Like we kind of already one of the leaders, but there was time for 2 hours. They were on stage and they were amazing. By the way, shout out to my friend Jason Stewart right there, who I do believe might be the smartest man in the world who can answer any trivia question. And our team did win the scavenger hunt, but had a lot to do with how smart he is because whoo, and they had this old woman running everywhere. I ran a lot of places in San Diego, but here we go. Let's go to the top 10 things. I don't know if it's 10. I just put them in the notes, already topped them up for you, of things that are super bad habits that will ruin your business. If you are doing any of these things, get them out of your system. I have 4 minutes to tell you about them, so I'm going to go really fast, but I put them in here so you can write them down. All right. Number 1, seeking approval from others. Quit your boss, your husband, your mom, your dad, your family, your sisters, your upline, your downline. Quit seeking approval from others. Make sure you're happy with what you're doing. If you lay your head down at night and you feel like, hell yeah, I kicked ass today. Sorry about the French. Then that's the only approval you need. If you're disappointed in yourself, don't blame it on anybody else. That's on you. If you're succeeding, that's on you. If you're not succeeding, that's also on you. So that gives us right into number 2, shifting blame. I'm not successful because my upline doesn't give me any promos. I'm not successful because I don't make enough money. I'm not successful because my downline doesn't work anymore. We may have that reality right there. Somebody in your downline's working if you got any volume. So somebody's working. Tune in on those people, celebrate those people, work with those people, run with those people, even if they're 10 levels, 17, 27 levels down, doesn't matter. Do not shift blame to everybody. Your success and your non-success. I don't like to say failure, non-success in this business. It's on you. You're the only one who can make it. You're the boss of your business. Do it. All right. The next one is undefined goals. I said this several times. Do I sound like Paul Gravett? Write this down. I gotta say it like him. Write this down. Don't go another day without having your goals in front of your face every morning when you sit down at your desk or you're working this business. Those goals better be plain and clear. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going. So what's the point? And you'll 5 years down the road be like, well, I haven't really accomplished anything in this business. You never wrote it down. You never said what it is that you wanted. 10 things you want by Christmas. Write them down and have them in front of your face. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Number 4, self-doubt. Well, that's normal. That is absolutely normal, especially for women. We do that a lot. And we compare ourselves to other very successful women, or, the perfect mom and wife that's on Facebook. Self-doubt. He said this, I heard this morning. He probably said, he goes, I got 0 tolerance for self-doubt, which tells me he probably listens to a whole lot of positive affirmations about not having self-doubt. He is probably one of the most positive, confident people you'll know. Distractions. Distractions are another bad habit. We all have them, especially if you have children, a spouse, a relationship of any kind, a regular job, whatever. We all have distractions. But when you decide to focus on your business, even if it's for 1 hour a day, not block them out. Do 20 minutes of reach outs, 20 minutes of follow-ups, 10 minutes of this, 5 minutes of entering free accounts, 3 minutes of working in your groups, 10 minutes of social media. I'm pretty sure that did not come out to an hour, but do you focus, and you focus for that hour, and then allow all the distractions to come in. It is so easy. I'm currently babysitting my kid's dog, and that's a distraction all the way around, but she's in her crate right now, so I can actually focus on this. Another thing is people around you having self-doubt, or they're not confident. That what did you always say? We always say, hang out with the people who you'd like, and take advice from people whose paycheck you'd like to have. Like, don't be hanging around the people who you're like, I don't really want to be in that position. So out always waiting for the right time to start. Well, I'll just wait till Monday. Oh, I'm just going to wait until this weekend when they drop a promo, maybe. Oh, I'm just going to wait until July. I've already messed up June. We're already halfway through. I'm not anywhere close. I'm just going to wait till July. Waiting for the right time. Everybody's going to blow right past you. And sometimes we don't know when to get rid and disassociate with the people who are bringing us down. I don't really know how I worded that, and I'm pretty sure there were more, but he was talking really fast, and I stayed as focused as I could. So those were some things that really stood out to me. But by gosh, before you lay your head down at night tonight, you have done everything you possibly can to get those 10 new free accounts. Because I don't know what's coming. I don't know what it is, but let's do it. All right, Starla, I'm going to shift it over to you. I hear birds chirping.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can see you.
Yes.
You're real sketchy.
Okay, yeah, I'm out and about, and I had a great signal until you were finishing up, and I lost it.
Well, we can hear you well. Your face is just frozen.
Okay, well, that's okay. I hope I don't have a retarded look on my face, but that's the way it works. All right, you guys, I'm going to go into this. Susan just alluded to the fact that I told Jason Camper it was at Thrivepalooza, the VIP event, and I went up to him and told him the night before Thrivepalooza, I love going into Thrivepalooza, especially if it's at the end of April. I love going in on fire. I love going in on a high with momentum, like whatever Last year it was rank advancement bonuses. I want it all slammed out and completed before going into Thrivepalooza. So we were there on momentum and on an all-time high. This year it was these trip qualifications. This leadership retreat was 8.5 years of being a promoter. Absolutely the hardest thing I've ever had to qualify for. There was multiple different elements to it. If you were able to qualify, the tracker, you had to have personal PPA. You also had to have your levels 1 through 4 doing so much new PPA as well. So it wasn't just a rank. It wasn't just up to me. It was also up to my leadership abilities of getting, my top levels, getting new PPA as well. Well, a lot of people were stagnant. A lot of people were complacent. A lot of people weren't hitting rank. Therefore, they didn't think they could qualify. They weren't putting PPA. They were waiting for a trip to qualify for. How many people out there wait for a trip to qualify for before you're putting in any orders? You guys, we don't grow this business to earn a trip. That's a bonus. That's a perk. We grow this business to grow our weekly paycheck, to grow generational wealth for our families, to grow so much more than just a trip. So it was very challenging to motivate not only ourselves to get team members motivated with us. So my mindset was, I have to be there. Like, I cannot be a leader in this company or a leader of a team and not qualify for this. Like, to me, there is absolutely there's no alternative. I have to do whatever it takes to make it happen. So was it easy? Absolutely not. Was it hard? Heck yes. But was it unattainable? No. I just had the mindset, I have to do whatever it takes to get there. And I did. But the cool thing is, all of the teams that I was able to motivate.
Did we lose her? Man, she was on fire too.
I know. Motivating her team. Let's see.
I'm back,
I'm
Starla.
Oh, there she
sorry.
is.
Okay. Well, it was really cool watching the people get motivated and the momentum that we created within our team just because of me having that mindset of I'm making it happen. They didn't all necessarily know they were helping me earn that retreat. We were building momentum and running contests and getting PPA and getting people on Thrive. That's what it was all about, is getting people on Thrive, which the more news stories you create, the more momentum there is within your team. So that was super, super fun. Again, it was not easy, but it was fun and so worth it. Just like Amber said, to be in that room was exactly what I needed. I think it's what we all needed. I just got off a mastermind Zoom with my leaders of my team. We do it every week. Runners, it's not a ranked mastermind. It's the people running and working this business with me every day right now. And they said, I got the perspective. We were sharing a lot of things that we learned while we were there. But I wanted to hear from the people who weren't there. Like, are you feeling this momentum? Are you feeling this energy? Are you feeling this excitement and this next wave of explosive growth that's about to happen? And, one of them said, you know what I feel like? I feel like y'all all got to go to Thrivepalooza and I had to stay home. And I get that. This is why we always say Thrivepalooza is so important. But here's the thing, you guys. There were tons of LaBelle millionaires and 200Ks that were not in that room. They did not get to come because they didn't earn it. They set themselves out as soon as the qualifications for launched, or maybe they were just sitting on the sidelines watching anyway. But I guarantee you now they're regretting not pushing it and making sure they were there. So always, always, always get yourself in a room of Thrivers, whether it's a local or, just a happy hour with your upline or a three-way call or a Zoom or FaceTiming to stay in the right mindset. I told my mastermind group too, the conversations are different when you're sitting at a table of leaders or people that are on the same mission as you, or the people that are ambitious and driven and maybe already where you want to be. The conversations are different, and that's where you want to be. And that's what happened for me this weekend. But not only for me, but my downline that were able to go with me, my guest and the other people on my team. Betty Shelton, shout out to you, and her guests, which we both brought promoters with us. So here's what I took away. And Amber already alluded to this too. You are worthy and you are worth it. If it was easy, you guys, it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth having if it was easy. Yes, it takes work, but you are worth it. Your future is worth it. So put in whatever effort. Right now, the effort is free accounts, free accounts, free accounts. What I took away from the Leaders Retreat, what I'm most excited about is the app. Number one thing, beta testing it has been so much fun. I think you guys are going to be blown away when you get your hands on this app, which should be in probably, I would say, maybe 2 weeks max. They are going to do a training Zoom with the creator of the app, explaining all the ins and outs because it's very complex. It's got a ton of tools that's going to be very beneficial to our businesses. And then this, they announced, and they've said this publicly, so I don't think I have to keep this a secret, that they are adding a mortgage bonus for us. You guys, a mortgage bonus. There's probably going to be multiple levels. They're still working out the details of that, but it is going to be substantial. If we can have our auto bonus and our mortgage bonus both paid for by Lavelle, you know what that tells me? There is no multi-level marketing company out there that does that I know of. A mortgage bonus. We already changed the game in this industry, but this tells me Lavelle has our back. Lavelle wants to take care of us. Lavelle is always thinking about how they can help us in the field, not only product wise, promotion wise, but also bonus and commission structure wise. That is them. They don't have to do that. They do not have to do that. That is them taking care of us. I love that. I'm super excited about it. My husband's the one that pointed out, well, if I can earn it, then he can earn it too. So we can probably earn it twice in our household. Like, who even freaking does that? So that gives me, you know, the Lavelle's word or slogan of the year is believe. If you guys don't have belief in this company and what we're doing here, that changes everything for me, because it makes me believe even more in them and how, like I said, they have our backs in this company. So what we walked away from San Diego with, and Jason Camper said this himself, we have 2 choices we could make. You can be content and be perfectly happy right where you are. You know, you're loving life, you're feeling great, you're probably driving for free, maybe have an auto bonus, maybe get a little bit of extra weekly, you know, you might be a Lavelle millionaire, you might have a team that's, you know, sitting there and you're bringing in a pretty penny without really doing much of anything. You can stay content with that. Or and these are Jason Camper's words, we can go freaking win. They're going to do everything that they can to allow us to step it up and go freaking win. So we are all acting like and working like from this day moving forward, this is year 1, day 1 in my business. I am out. I told my team, my mastermind group, I'm so sorry I haven't gone live on our team page talking about any of this, because I'm in personal growth mode. I'm out there busy getting free accounts. If y'all didn't notice that, I've won the leaderboard for free accounts. I am on a freaking mission. I have been for 3 or 4 months on a personal growth mode. And I'm so thankful I started it myself when I did, because now I have the traction going. I'm in year 1, day 1. I'm starting new, and I'm bringing all of my already built team along with me. And that's how you should go out of this mindset, or with your mindset today. Don't be content. Why? You're going to regret it. Don't be content. Let's go freaking win.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Starla and Susan, for sharing. I do apologize for those of you that got the graphic with the password in all caps. I actually had 2 of them, and so one of them has it right and one of them doesn't. So I apologize for that. But like you heard today, like every single one of y'all logged in and came to this because I saw somewhere in the chat that somebody was like, I would love to sit at the table with all of you. And it's like, that's what we do here. That's what we're doing. This is a virtual table. And there is room for each and every one of you. And you have logged in today because you wanted to hear what is going on, what's our takeaways. And I think you heard from each one of us. We're all seasoned, like we've all been here over 8 years. I know Susan and Starla, I think, have been in just a few months longer than me. And every single one of us, you heard us echo, we're treating today like it's day 1 of our business. And so if there's one thing that I hope that you take away from this Zoom is knowing that you are worth it. No matter how hard it looks, like you can achieve it. And when you do, you're going to like walk in that blessing of being able to achieve it and go through that door. But really it comes back to deciding I love Thrive and I'm going to share Thrive every single day, whether I'm the only person on the mountaintop that's sharing it, or along the way, you will find the right people that will also want to share it with you. And you guys are all the right people. Like you've all come alongside of us. So Susan, any last thoughts? We have like 6 minutes left if you have any last thoughts, but that's all I got today.
No, I think we just need to all get to work.
I'll get to work. I was sending messages while we were sitting here listening because I was like, oh, that Susan's so right. I was like, did I send my message today? So thank y'all all so much for joining. I will have this up on the YouTube channel as soon as it downloads to my computer. We'll get that link out. If anybody missed it, you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. I know some of y'all have already sent me pictures of this Zoom. So if you need that link, let me know. We'll get it to you. Thanks so much for joining. Y'all have a great Thursday and go get those 10 free customer accounts today. Whatever you got to do.